At Taimex Nutrition Center, we help you become a doctor for your own health. We first welcome you, then get all your personal details. We get your blood sample, test for diabetes, and get to know your blood type. We measure the length of your fingers, legs, height, head, and nature of your dental formula and body, as well as establish the amount of fats in your body. Our doctors advise you on the proper diet to eat, the right exercises for your body, the right amount of water to take, and the types of foods to eat. After, they forward you to a professional nutritionist doctor for details about your diet. For more details, come to Conrad Plaza along Entebbe Road or call 07782 88361 or 0758 819952. Mbarara branch is located on High Street, Amazon Building, opposite Post Office, Level 1, or call 0754 918590 or 0392 176533.
Yes, whenever you see that advert, you know it is that third Monday of the month, and it's time for us to have a look at what Taimex Nutritional Center does. And of course, this is Talk Time. Talk Time, it's the 20th day of May 2019, and once again, I'm Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma, welcoming you to yet another edition of Talk Time here on UBC TV, and we do hope that you have been fine, and we are clocking towards the end of the month, and we do believe that God is helping you through this time, and we do hope that you will end the month still feeling healthy. And tonight here on Talk Time, we are going to look at high blood pressure or hypertension. Most people, at times, you see yourself, you're sweating most of the times, and you're feeling weak. You don't even know what is going on. And yet, it could be something to do with your blood pressure. There is high blood pressure, but there is also low blood pressure. But tonight, we specifically look at high blood pressure or hypertension. And in the studio tonight, I'm joined by none other than Dr. Tamale Yasin, who is the Managing Director of Taimex Nutritional Center, and it's on Conrad Plaza along Nasser Road, Conrad Plaza along Nasser Road. And Doctor, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, how are you?
It's been some three good weeks ever since we last... A month actually. Yes, this is the last time you are here. Yeah. Hope you've been fine.
I've been very fine.
How is Taimex Nutrition Center?
Oh, fantastic. Taimex Nutrition Center is very good. And of course, when you visit it there, when you leave and go, falling sick becomes the option.
Thank you so much. And of course, viewer, we do hope to have learned a lot by the team. Dr. Tamale leaves the studio tonight. And Doctor, We are looking at high blood pressure this evening, and tell the viewer what is human pressure?
Viewers, maybe those who have just seen us, Dr. Taimex has introduced me from Taimex Nutrition Center, and we represent Dr. Peter Diadamo, who is based in the United States of America. He's the author, and they are the people that did the research on which we are doing what we do is called nutrigenomics. It's slightly different from the normal nutrition. Nutrigenomics, here you eat foods.
You do it in a different way.
You eat foods according to your blood group and genotype. You do exercises according to your blood group and genotype. You move your life according to your blood group and genotype. It's not a matter of moving life far. No. So that is exactly as we saw in that first advert. Maybe the correction there. We take the blood not to test for diabetes, but also to test for your blood group.
And of course, the idea of you.
Of course, we test the diabetes, but we take the blood to test for the blood group mainly.
The doctor here is talking about blood, the genotype. Ever since we started, this program with Dr. Tamale, we've talked about different blood types, the genotype, and he has explained in full what your blood type is, what kind of nutrition you need to take, because at times you might go to a hospital and they tell you, okay, you've got diabetes, and yet this other person, same blood group, but does not have, is not diabetic. So some of these things the doctor has time and again explained, and you do really need to listen in tonight. But also, if you have any problems related to your blood pressure, you just have to run to Conrad Plaza on Nasser Road and go to Taimex Nutritional Center, and you will meet our good doctor there, and you'll get everything. You'll leave a very happy person. Yes, doctor, you're talking about high blood pressure.
So we're talking about high blood pressure. Maybe viewers hear about pressure, somebody has got blood pressure, but you have to understand what is human blood pressure. Let's look at that clip video to show you exactly what are you meaning by pressure. And where is it found? Because some people even get confused with pressure. People get stroke and they say, pressure, he has got a pressure and he has got a stroke. Now, let's try to find out. Let's look at that video.
Yes, the producer will be giving us that.
It shows you that, you have the heart, as you see it, pumping blood through the arteries, which are red, and through the veins, which are green. Of course, the blood from the heart travels through the arteries, carrying oxygen and other nutrients to supply to other parts of the body system.
Yes.
And then the used up blood, which has the deoxygenated blood, which has lost the oxygen and so on, and the waste, it travels back in those green
what you're
veins,
seeing on the screen there, that's the illustration there.
So now the red is the blood coming from the heart, rich with the foods, with the oxygen and so on. And the pressure which exists in those red veins, red arteries you see, is what we call systolic pressure. It is usually very high, and it has a normal range, which ranges between around 90 to 140. Okay, that is usually the normal one. If your pressure is within that range, is okay.
Then you're okay.
Yeah. Then the one in the green veins, which is coming back and out of the heart, is usually low, ranging from around 65 to 90. So that is exactly what we mean by that is the pressure which exists in the arteries and in the veins. These arteries and veins are like tubes. Like I demonstrated when you looked at the other
the illustration, yes, of someone watering.
Thank you very much. It's like a tube. So the blood flows in there, carrying oxygen, carrying nutrients and so on, to distributing it to various parts of the body. And usually, of course, many of you have seen those machines which measure pressure. You have what some people call the lower pressure, others call it the upper pressure. Yeah, the lower pressure, of course, the upper pressure is what we call systolic. That's the one which was passing through the red arteries, and then the systolic pressure is the one which is coming now back to the heart with all the waste, with all the water. It has oxygen. It goes back to the heart. The science in the heart and pumping and so on. That's the saturation system. That's a different story. We shall come back and make another study. But that's what we want, first of all, somebody to understand, because here we are going to explain blood pressure, human blood pressure.
Okay.
And that is where we are. So that is
They show that the normal blood pressure 120 over.
Yeah, that one is normal, and it is not a constant.
It keeps changing.
It keeps changing, but it must change within the acceptable limits. Between 90 to 140, over 65 to around 90, you're okay. It is not a fixed, because as you see, various things, occurrences, cause this pressure at times to go up or to go down. But it should be within the normal range. It's only when it starts getting out of the normal range that you are declared hypertension.
Okay, doctor, thank you for that. But also, what causes?
Okay, before let's now go to,
because I'm here walking.
That was understanding it. Now let's explain it. Let's look at the video now, which is going to explain the human blood pressure.
Yes, I think the producer can bring us back that clip there showing the...
No, that is another clip. There's another clip which is going to show you the high blood pressure. Now, that one will show you high blood pressure is a formula. For some of you who have gone to school, it's a formula.
I like the way you bring out these things in a very simple way, and then these are serious issues.
It is a formula, as you see the next video that is coming now. The blood pressure, the human blood pressure equals cardiac output per minute. Okay, that is the heart. That's the formula. Blood pressure, cardiac output per minute. The rate at which the heart is pumping out blood per minute through those arteries, through the arteries as you saw, times the arterial resistance, the resistance the blood is finding, the resistance the blood is finding to go through those arteries and the veins. Okay, that is what we call human blood pressure. So we remember there is a pulse which when you saw that. So when the cardiac output per minute goes up, that is the rate at which the heart is pumping. Then it is likely, definitely the pressure will increase, because now you have too much blood going through the arteries than supposed to, isn't it? Number two, if the arterial resistance goes up, okay, that's the blood is now, as you see it going, it starts finding a lot of problems going through. The moment the blood starts finding a lot of problems as these things narrow, then the pressure will also go up. Now we go, what is causing these arteries the resistance to increase, and what is causing the cardiac output to go high? So we shall start with arterial resistance. Why does the resistance? You were born in normal, you have grown up normal, and the pressure has been normal, you have been enjoying yourself, then all of a sudden the doctors are telling you you have high blood pressure. Now those arteries you see as they move, the blood going through those arteries.
Yes, through the arteries.
One cause of resistance is what you call atherosclerosis. Anthero means the fats. Sclerosis means hardening. Don't be confused with some of these Greek terminology.
Hardening of fats.
Athero means fats. Sclerosis means hardening. So when we talk of atherosclerosis, means hardening of the fats inside the arteries.
Trouble.
So the fats, because of eating wrong foods, as we shall come now.
Exactly.
Then
that's where nutrition comes in.
Nutrition comes in. Thank you very much. Because of eating the wrong foods, these fats starts depositing in the arteries, making them narrower, as you saw there. And when they become narrower, the blood starts finding a lot of problem going through these arteries, and therefore the resistance goes up. And once the resistance goes up, the pressure will go up. The human blood pressure will go up, because we have said that high blood pressure is a function of cardiac output per minute times arterial resistance. Number two, there is what we call arteriosclerosis. Now, arterial means arteries, sclerosis means hardening. At times those arteries, they become hard. Why do they harden? They start absorbing in calcium. So you start getting calcium deposits inside the arteries. Now the arteries becomes harder. So when the heart pumps blood through these arteries, they cannot try to give room to expand. They become hard because they're already stiff. So the pressure does what?
It increases.
Because the resistance goes up and the pressure will increase. That is number 2. So we have looked at arteriosclerosis. We have looked at atherosclerosis. Now, viewers, I think those words are now demystified. Don't be scared. They don't mean atherosclerosis. No, don't get scared with those terminologies.
And the hardening of fats.
Cirrhosis means hardening. Simple. These are Greek words.
It's
cirrhosis.
good you have simplified some of those words.
You see what we do in our place. We train people to be their own doctors. And to train to be your own doctor, you must understand these simple things.
And it's very good.
When you go to a hospital and they say, oh no, this man has arteriosclerosis, and you must say, well, they have talked magic.
Yes.
It's not magic. Arteriosclerosis. Atherosclerosis. Simple.
So,
hardening of the fat, hardening of the vein. Now, when those arteries when the artery gone becoming hard, the pressure will go up. Okay. Number 3. What could cause the arterial resistance to go up is if you take too much salt. Okay?
Oh.
When you are taking too much salt, when salt goes into the bloodstream, into the arteries, into the blood, because everything you eat has to be transported by blood, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's the conveyor. Now, when there's a lot of when the salt concentration is high in the arteries, do you know what happens? It means that there is a process which we call osmosis. Some of you who did some biology in P7, you know osmosis, where you have high concentration.
Some have forgotten what it is.
Well, high osmosis means, you know, when you have a high concentration of a solution, it will pull water in.
Okay.
So now when you have a high concentration of salt in the arteries, a lot of water will be pulled in the what? In the arteries. And if a lot of water is pulled in the arteries, what does it mean? That means you are going to have too much blood now going through the arteries than supposed to. So the arterial resistance is going to go high. And the pressure will go high. Because I've seen that arterial resistance is a function of resistance, arterial resistance. So that is another reason. Another one is if you take too much water all the time.
That was a problem.
Yes.
We are told to take a lot of water, 5 liters per day.
If you are taking too much water, the water has to enter into the bloodstream. Then it goes through the kidney, then it is thrown out. That's why if you take too much water, you find somebody taking too much water, which is not stipulated. There's always visiting the toilet, up and down, up and down. So that can increase the volume of the blood moving at the particular time. That will increase what? Resistance. And pressure will go up. Then another reason, which is usually advanced, is the we call it cardiac output problem. Stress.
People are stressed these days,
yes,
doctor.
If you get problems, the bank is selling your
Financial
house,
stress.
financial stress. Now,
Even stress in home.
They give you news and your heart is pumping faster. Now, when the heart pumps faster, what does that mean? That means you're going to have a lot of blood going through the arteries, isn't it? Per minute than stipulated. So the cardiac output is going to go out. When the cardiac output goes up, then the pressure will go up, because pressure is a function of cardiac output and arterial resistance. So the moment the cardiac output goes higher, the pressure will go up. So you have stress, you have problems. That's it.
So we can't avoid that today.
That's where we are coming. That's why at Taimex Intuition Center, we tell you how to avoid stress. How do you control stress? As per particular blood group and genotype. That's why at our place, it's a 3-dimensional treatment. We give you how do you control stress, the right exercise profile, and the lifestyle strategies.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for that explanation there. Of course, those of you just joining us, we are we are looking at high blood pressure or hypertension, and the doctor has told us what human pressure is, what is the cause of blood pressure, why does it go up. Actually, he's talked about four major points, but there is also that other last point that he has made, and that is people having stress. And today, people are so stressed, so many reasons. Unlike those days in the past, our forefathers and our fathers, there wasn't so much stress like it is today. Because today, there's financial stress, there is stress in homes, there is workplace stress. There's a lot of stress, but the good news is you can avoid that. And to know much more about that, control, it is on Taimex Nutritional Center, where you can go and they'll give you treatment. And their treatment is not just any kind of treatment. They treat you through nutrition, and that is the best thing that Taimex Nutrition Center can actually offer. Instead of being given drugs, go take this medicine, go sleep, then by the time you wake up the stress will have eased. At Taimex Nutrition Center they give you they tell you to use nutrition to to fight some of these diseases. Now doctor, we've talked about those things, and we've seen
and actually we are still giving some more, because we are
some more examples
of causes, yes, causes of the arterial resistance and cardiac output. Of course, another reason which will cause the arterial resistance to go up, some people used to argue old age, but old age, why do you have pressure at old age? Is it because you have been eating wrongly and the fats are accumulating in the arteries, the calcium deposits? That's why you are having. So that's not a factor. Old age is not a factor. That's why you find somebody at 90.
They are still okay, strong, no problem.
Thank you very much.
Especially people in the villages, they are doing very well.
Talk of old age being a factor that as you grow older, you get pressure. No, as you grow older and eating wrongly, that's when you get it.
Because today, doctor, sorry to cut you short. Today we've got, you find children aged before 20 years. You say the child has high
18,
blood pressure.
15,
yes, and you just wonder what is happening.
25,
it goes back to what we eat.
So age is not really a big factor. Then another thing is genetic. They talk of family history of high blood pressure. Family history of high blood pressure comes in because this disease of high blood pressure, there are some people who own it.
It is in our family. It is okay.
No, there are particular body systems who are major victims of high blood pressure. Remember when I was here?
Does it go back to the blood type,
exactly,
the genotype?
Exactly. I told you that people of blood group O are major victims of allergy, gas in the stomach, ulcers, arthritis, joint pains, asthma, sinuses, high blood pressure, and prostate cancer in men after age 60. Blood group O's.
Oh.
You see? So this
Doctor,
idea when they are talking about family history, usually if you have your father with a blood group O and maybe died of pressure, and you have not come to Taimex Nutrition Center to know what we are supposed to eat, you are also going to get high blood pressure. But does it mean that there is a gene of high blood pressure which is running in the family? No. It is now because similar body systems adopt same disease profiles. Right. So if your blood group O, you are not eating right, then you are going to have pressure. But if you are in the family of blood group O's, and for you to come to Taimex Nutrition Center and eat right, pressure will never get you from where? So at
Taimex, you're given the best remedy.
Yeah. So another thing that usually comes in is what people advance, things like sleep apnea, lack of exercise. Now, why lack of exercise is not a major form of cause of high blood pressure, but of course we saw that exercises, one, they help in keeping a fit body system, and also strengthening an immune system. And they also improve metabolism for people who are doing sedentary work.
In the pump
of course, if metabolism is improved, then you know that fats are being burnt. So you are removing you are doing
the excess fat.
The atherosclerosis problem is coming down. That's why I said. But of course, so that is where the exercise comes. So those are basically the major causes of increase in cardiac output and arterial resistance. Which two factors would bring you high blood pressure?
But also, doctor, doing the exercise, I think people need to go to you people, to doctors, and you tell them, you want to go for exercise. Because you might go for this exercise
and become more stressed. Exactly. Actually, they say if your blood group starts going into treadmills and so on, it's likely even to have to be worse off, because he's doing exercises which are not his. So everybody's system has an exercise profile.
So as you watch this show, please remember, if you feel like you want to go for exercise, to work out, just go to a doctor. Let the doctor tell you. Explain to the doctor how your body is. First of all, they'll have to, check you, and then they'll tell you, okay, you can do this kind of exercise. Otherwise, you might get into it, and then you are running maybe hardly 10 minutes, and then you just collapse there, because you never went to the doctor to seek, advice from a medical practitioner in as far as what kind of exercise you're supposed to be doing. Yes, doctor. Now, unless there is another.
No, those are the major factors. We have explained what pressure is. Why does it go up? We have explained it.
Exactly. Now, of course, with all this, there must be There must be control measures.
Of course. Many people are over there. You have relatives who have.
Oh yes.
You have relatives who have high blood pressure. Some of you also have high blood pressure.
And now, there are those who are moving without even knowing that they have.
Yeah, of course, people come to a place, and by the time you check, because when you come to a Taimex Nutrition Center, we do some of these checks like a pressure, diabetes, water, so on. Somebody, you check on him, his pressure is 180, and he said he's getting a flight, he's going to Nairobi. You tell him you can't go to Nairobi with the pressure at 180. Okay, what are some of the interventions?
That's why you hear that some people have died on the flight.
Exactly, that's right. Because pressure is actually a silent killer. At times people may have it without knowing the signs, and others may have it. Then because some of the symptoms it brings, like headache and so on, people can go on chewing painkillers when actually the whole problem is becoming worse off. Of course, we shall look at when the pressure becomes a nuisance, how it can destroy so many. So you have seen some of the video, how it affects the eyes, it affects the kidney and many other body organs when the pressure is high. Of course, now you can imagine pressure being high in those arteries, what is going to happen. You have seen in that video there, you saw in the brain, somebody's brain, the brain burst and the blood just, those are the people they say was seated on his desk and collapsed dead, not broke from his desk to coffin. So those are some of the, you see now those arteries just burst. To some people they block. You have had people having clots and the clot is moving, it has gone to the heart, they have to run him to the nearest best surgeons in the world. You have heard all those stories.
Yes.
Now, what are the interventions for high blood pressure? The most common intervention for the high blood pressure has been using what we call the Western medicine. Okay, they give quite a number of type of medicines, amloza, nifedipine, amlodipine, all sorts of bisoprolol, Terevas, quite a number of so many medications which are being given. But yes, those medications are good. They help in keeping the pressure low. But how do they work to keep the pressure low? Otherwise, without them, definitely people would be dying very faster than they should. They help to prolong the situation, but they don't remove the problem. That's why they tell you, you have pressure, you are going to take a medicine till death.
Doctor, let's first put a stop there. We're going to take a very short break. We'll be coming back, and the doctor will be continuing with the remedies, and he's telling us some of the best remedies in as far as high blood pressure is concerned. But this is Talk Time here on UBC TV.
At Taimex Nutrition Center, we help you become a doctor for your own health. We first welcome you, then get all your personal details. We get your blood sample, test for diabetes, and get to know your blood type. We measure the length of your fingers, legs, height, head, and nature of your dental formula and body, as well as establish the amount of fats in your body. Our doctors advise you on the proper diet to eat, the right exercises for your body, the right amount of water to take, and the types of foods to eat. After, they forward you to a professional nutritionist doctor for details about your diet. For more details, come to Conrad Plaza along Entebbe Road or call 07782 88361 or 0758 819952. Mbarara branch is located on High Street, Amazon Building, opposite Post Office, Level 1, or call 0754 918590 or 0392 176533.
Welcome back from that short break, and this is Talk Time here on UBC TV. My name is Edward Rukidi Kijanangamba, and we are looking at high blood pressure or hypertension. What causes it? Who is more prone? Who is at risk? And what you should do in order to avoid that. And in the studio, of course, I'm with Dr. Ismail Tamale, who is the Managing Director of Taimex Nutritional Center, and that is on Conrad Plaza along Nasser Road. And before the break, Dr. Tamale was talking about the control measures. What are some of the best control measures? And he had given us one control measure. And Doctor, yes, we can continue from there about these control measures.
Okay, so we are talking about the Western sort of medicine.
Yes.
Which is very good in controlling the pressure in the short run. But because for it does not address the root cause of the pressure. It only reduces the pressure. First of all, the major thing that it does is to try to weaken the arteries, such that when the heart pumps, now the arteries are more flexible, so the pressure can go on through. That's why when you swallow in the morning and it goes down, in the afternoon, the arteries have gone back to normal formation, and the pressure is up, then you are swallowing. That's why they tell you, as far as when you go with that sort of treatment, they tell you you are supposed to be on medication till death. Why? Because you have not tackled the root cause of the problem, which the arterial resistance is not being worked on. The cause of the arterial resistance is not being worked on, and the cardiac output is not being worked on. What is being worked on is only relaxing the muscles of the arteries, so that they become soft, so that the pressure. It helps, because without it people would be dying. It's very good.
It's just like,
but the problem it prolongs, because in the long run it starts weakening the whole, because the whole body is made up of muscles. It starts weakening the whole
muscles weaken.
Yeah, that's why I find people who are on pressure medicine over a period of time. You drive him from here to Entebbe, by the time he reaches Kibuye, he's dozing. Yeah. You find them dosing in many places, but they are in a conference, find somebody, because it weakens the body. Okay, and when you continue, of course, it has also some. The good thing that they put their side effects, it has these several side effects here and there, that. Others give them nausea, others going itching, others gives them palpitation. So many. The good thing that the side effects are always written along those medications if you are caring to take those medications. So, but the problem is, it just weakens, it just allows the pressure to go down by weakening the arteries. Now, some other medication which they give, like aspirin, to try to thin the blood, so that the blood can move very fast and maneuver through these fats within the arteries and go very fast. You understand? So, but all this doesn't, they hear them taking aspirins and so on, so that the blood is thinned, so that it can maneuver through those arteries with these fats and so on, as you have seen them down there, very fast. It does not give a permanent solution. You can just be on. Now, another people who try to treat this pressure are people who give herbs and so on. Of course,
I was coming to that. Does it help herbal medicine?
When somebody is
because people have said
if you give somebody, you see, viewers, when somebody tells you he's going to treat your high blood pressure, ask him how. Tell him the medication you are going to give me, how is it going to work to reduce my pressure? Simple. Ask him how. So how does the herbal medicine work? That one, there is no way. They don't show you how it works. They don't show you how it works. So Then another one would be, some people try to do exercises. Yes, you can do some exercises. Yes, it can go down, but every day you are doing the exercises and try to perfect up, but you are busy eating things which are affecting the pressure. Now, the best method of treating high blood pressure is you come to Taimex Nutrition Center and get the diet. Now, how do we do it ourselves? One, the first thing that we do is to tell you the right foods to eat and not to eat. When you are eating foods compatible to your blood group and genotype, you are not going to have these problems of atherosclerosis, that fats are clogging in the artery. They are not going to come anymore.
They are not hardening.
They are not hardening. Then you are not going to have those calcium being absorbed into the body system, into the arteries to harden them, because you are eating the right foods. So that thing will also not come. Okay? Number 3, we give you the right exercises. We give you what we call stress control techniques according to your blood group and genotype. So once the stress is, since you the fact that you can now handle your stress and can avoid the stress, then the cardiac output is going to stabilize, because you're not going to have problems. We have medicine for problems. However big problem it is, there are some techniques we give people. Number 3, then also when you do the regular exercises, as you continue doing the exercises, you keep your body fit.
Of course, following directive from the doctor.
We give some food supplements, which are according to your blood group and genotype, but you take them once in a lifetime. You take them for 30 days and stop.
And that's it.
They just go to try to remove those cloggings in the arteries, try to normalize the arteries and the veins back, trying to control the cardiac rhythms to avoid this. And then as you are taking them, you can continue taking the Western medicine for some time, because for it, it's a fire brigade. It pushes the pressure down by force, but it's not removing what is causing the pressure. So for us, we are removing what is causing the pressure, but we need still that pressure to be maintained down. So what we do, we tell you the diet, we give you our supplements, you continue taking the chemical medication for some time as you go to your GP. But time reaches when somebody whose pressure was going up stops going up. Now, instead of the doctors increasing the dosages, now they're going reducing dosages. You see somebody who's taking about 80 concussions, now he's taking 4, 3, 2, 1. Then he's taking once every 2 days, then eventually the doctor goes back and tells him that, you know what, I think you don't need it. We can manage it now normally. Because he's no longer taking things which you are responsible for the pressure. But you cannot have high blood pressure and you are taking milk, you are taking posture, you are taking... There is no way the pressure will ever go, even if you are going to get a doctor from the moon. No, this is impossible. You have high blood pressure, you are taking alcohol, you are taking pork, you are taking milk, you are taking... No way.
But you can take some little pork, doctor. Not every day.
You see...
Even one bottle of beer.
Every time you take it, you know that you have gone...
Because the viewer watching...
The issue is, some of these, the foods we tell you not to eat. Every time you eat it, you know you have taken a hole and dug a part of your grave. Part of
You've explained it very well. However, no, honestly, doctor, let us imagine somebody is outside there watching right now, and maybe they've got, yes, they have high blood pressure, and maybe this one, you know, there's that urge. Say, there's this pork. I want to eat just little, see, and I spend 6 months.
The whole thing
without touching pork again.
Discipline. When you, by the way, when your body system starts adopting to the food is compatible to eat, every time you put in a wrong food, it gives you an indicator that you have eaten a wrong food. People who have been to Taimex Nutrition Center, they know this, and they give testimony. Yeah. The moment they try to eat something wrong, the body system rejects, says no. You get something, you get either you can get a constipation for a day, you can get this for a day. So every time you take it up, the body system will tell you.
No, maybe that's better.
And especially if you are fighting a condition, then you are inviting a condition back. You see,
it's scary.
It's scary. That's why. That's why
for some of us.
That's why for us, I tell you, we train you to be a doctor for yourself. For us, our work, we advise you, we tell you what to do. Now, curing becomes your choice. Falling sick becomes your own choice. Simple.
The doctor is really scaring us.
No, it's not scary. We had everything to your hands. Yeah.
If you really need to take care of your health, you must take it.
Nobody understands your health better than yourself. It's not there.
Thank you, doctor. Now, I'd like you to explain to us what's the relationship between high blood pressure and diabetes.
Thank you very much. When you looked at that formula of high blood pressure, It equals cardiac output per minute times arterial resistance. And one of the problems we saw in arterial resistance, as you see the arteries going through, is that fats. We saw a condition called atherosclerosis. You said athero means fats, sclerosis means hardening. When you have these fats coming into the arteries, where are they coming from? What is the problem? The problem means that these carbohydrates you are eating, the body system cannot burn them into energy, ATM, and therefore some of them are remaining remaining as fats. Okay? So you are eating foods which the body cannot convert into the body energy, and they remain as fats. Those are the fats lodging in there, causing the pressure. Now, as you continue treating this pressure without coming to Taimex to know the root cause of the pressure, time reaches when the body even now fails to turn the glucose into fats, and it remains floating in the arteries there. Then eventually the sugar levels will go high. That's why when you start with high blood pressure and you are not treating the cause of pressure, diabetes will come in.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, if you start with diabetes and you are not treating the root cause of the diabetes, the pressure will come in, because they are all related. They are metabolic diseases. Their mother is called Mama Metabo.
Mama, that's a new one. Hey.
They are all metabolic diseases. And by the way,
Mama Metabo, that's a new one.
Yes. And eventually, the heart will come in.
That's when you hear
because they are now
cardiac arrest.
When the blood, the arteries and the veins within the arteries start getting blocked with the fats and so on, with the other problem, then you reach places, times when the heart starts becoming malfunctional. It's not getting particular nutrients. Some parts are not getting the. Then they get things like myocardium and so many and other coronary diseases related to the heart. They will come in. Then, of course, not forgetting that the heart is a muscle.
Oh yes, oh yes.
And if you are taking the diseases which are every day weakening a muscle, then you know what is going to happen. The next time they tell you
pumping.
Either the heart is becoming weak or has enlarged the part. Simple. Then they will start taking cardiac medicine. You start taking cardiac medicine, pressure medicine, diabetes medicine. Which organ?
And these chemicals, all these into your body.
Which organ is responsible in removing the toxins of this medicine you are taking? It is the kidney. So
and if it's weak?
The next time you are going back, they are telling you have a kidney problem. You say why? They tell you pressure, but it's the pressure and diabetes cause kidney problem. But you tell the doctor, but I've been on your medication and this pressure and diabetes have been under control. Where did they escape to kill the kidney? You forget that every day you are taking medications which the kidney is overburdened. And when the kidney starts getting malfunction, that means the liver is also going to be affected, because they do a similar job somewhere. So now the work of the kidney is going to be passed over the liver, because the kidney is not functioning very well. Renal function. Then when the liver starts getting a problem, then eventually you cannot have a liver problem, a kidney problem, you have pressure, you have diabetes, you have cardiac problem, then other cells coming in, then eventually you are going to die. Cause of death, multiple organ failure. Take it to mortuary, bring another one.
The doctor makes it sound very, very simple the way he explains things, but it is really a serious issue here that we are looking at. And I think, Doctor, as we come to the end of this edition tonight, we must tell the viewer about the treatment at Taimex, because definitely from what you're talking, from what you're saying here, the treatment might be not friendly to some people. Tell us how. I mean, if I come there and you tell me, yes, you have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
You know the regime that you're going to give the nutrition.
No, it is simple. Actually, we just tell you.
Because what you're saying is really good.
When you have
but can I afford that?
Very cheap.
Because some of the people are dying because they can't afford these things.
It costs you 110,000 shillings to come and test for the blood group, genotype, and know what food is to eat. We shall tell you, you know what? You are not supposed to take matoke, you take sweet potatoes. Don't take a nambale beans, take a kanyewa beans. Don't take a nairo patch, you are supposed to take a tilapia. Don't take goat's meat, take beef. Don't take red wine, take white wine. Simple. Don't take the spirits. You can
don't take 5 liters of water, take 3.
We tell you how to take the water and so on and so on and so on. That alone puts your body system in line. Now, the medication for pressure it will depend. But generally, it will cost you about 800,000 shillings. And you pay it once.
Does it go away? Can you treat high blood
pressure?
Pressure
will go away completely. But if and only if the patient is willing to follow the diet,
religiously,
the exercise profile, then he takes the supplements for 30 days, the pressure will go. What refuses the pressure, the only thing that may disturb pressure a bit, because things like diabetes doesn't kill very quickly, is the CO, cardiac output per minute. Because however much you do all these things, the man is still getting worried. The banker is saying, in my house, see what am I going to do? My children, I have no school fees for children. That cardiac output. Yeah.
And even right now you may be talking to someone watching actually, because this is the time people are looking for school fees.
Yeah. So that cardiac output can disturb, but eventually, at least when you eliminate most of the factors, then eventually it starts going down. You can remain on some of these chemical medications, and then eventually he faces them out. We have seen quite so many people who came with high blood pressure and they no longer take medication, and the pressure wins.
Briefly, if I come and you find I have type 2 diabetes, can you help me?
Before I even finish the pressure. Now also it depends, because if you have high blood pressure, you are supposed to be 70 kilograms. You are 95. Of course pressure is not going to go. So we have also to work now on the way to bring it down. Because you see, overweight is one of the triggers. Of course, when you are overweight, it means what is inside in the artery is there. It's terrible. Usually, if the fats have managed to display themselves on top, then what about those which are inside the artery? That's why when they say big people are more likely to get high blood pressure, it's simply because by the time you see the fats out, hey, whatever is inside.
Yes, doctor. Thank you. And
diabetes.
Just briefly, yes. If someone came to your place and maybe, because I'm asking about diabetes, type 2 diabetes, because it's related.
Yeah.
Can you treat that?
Of course, diabetes 2, there is no microorganism which causes diabetes. And that's why you cannot find it globally in the world. And they say today, come to City Square, we are going to vaccinate against diabetes type 2. It's impossible. It is vaccinated in your plate, cup and glass. It is treated in your cup, plate and glass. Period. We have seen so many people with diabetes type 2 going. Same metabolic disease, mama metab. They are all products of mama metab. So it's the same mom. So once you control the mom, the metabolism down there, the diabetes will go.
Thank you so much, doctor. So what are we looking at next time you come here? I
think next time we'll come here, we shall look at diabetes mellitus now in full, because now we have just been talking about
on top there.
We need to understand it. How does it come? What exactly is taking place for this diabetes to be there, and how can it be eliminated for once and for all?
Thank you so much, Dr. Tamale. Dr. Tamale has been talking about high blood pressure or hypertension, what causes it, what you should do to avoid it, and of course, he also talked about the relationship between high blood pressure and diabetes. And if you need to know more, or if you feel you have that condition, maybe you feel you have high blood pressure, or you've got diabetes, you went somewhere and they told you that your blood sugar is very high, you just go to Taimex Nutrition Center on Conrad Plaza, and that is on Nasa Road. You will find there the specialists in as far as these diseases are concerned, and you'll get the best treatment. Do not worry about the pricing of their their medication there. Just go there. 110,000, you get almost everything, but also depending on how severe probably your condition is. But that is the place to be. Doctor, thank you so much. And of course, next time, that is in 3 weeks' time. That's when the doctor comes back here. In 3 weeks' time, we shall be looking at diabetes. We shall go deep into that and see what causes it, how you can control it. And the good news is, actually, the medicine is in your food, the nutrition, what you eat, what you drink, and most of these diseases, you can actually control them. It's about discipline. What do we eat? Is it good for us? Thank you so much for having been part of this Talk Time edition, and we'll be back next week on Monday. But up next year on UBC TV is going to be News Tonight with Rhoda Ngonzi. But from me, Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma, Doctor, thank you so much. We shall definitely see you next time, 3 weeks' time. From me, Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma, and on behalf of the entire production crew for Talk Time this evening, I wish you all the best and Good night and God bless you.
At Taimex Nutrition Center, we help you become a doctor for your own health. We first welcome you, then get all your personal details. We get your blood sample, test for diabetes, and get to know your blood type. We measure the length of your fingers, legs, height, head, and nature of your dental formula and body, as well as establish the amount of fats in your body. Our doctors advise you on the proper diet to eat, the right exercises for your body, and the types of foods to eat. After, they forward you to a professional nutritionist doctor for details about your diet. For more details, come to Conrad Plaza along Entebbe Road or call 07782 88361 or 0758 819952. Mbarara branch is located on High Street, Amazon Building, opposite Post Office, Level 1, or call 0754 918590 or 0392 176533.